343 Industries has released a massive blog post about the future of MCC, detailing what we can expect later this year as well as post-launch of Halo Infinite. In this video, we'll go over the Season 8 update and when we can expect to see that coming out, as well as new mod support details, and even 343 mentioning Halo 2 getting some new content. So stay tuned throughout the entirety of the video so that you know all the details regarding the future of Halo MCC, and subscribe if you're new here and you want to stay absolutely up to date on all the latest happenings in the world of Halo. The goal is to get to 5,000 subs before the launch of Halo Infinite, so help me make that a reality. Without further ado, let's get the video started. So let's start with the aptly titled Mythic Season, otherwise known as Season 8 for Halo MCC. When is this coming? The only thing we know right now as far as a timetable is later this fall. Fall starts in just a week. September 22nd is the start of fall, so expect Season 8 to roll out soon according to 343. I wouldn't expect it until maybe October though. I don't see the launch of the season contradicting with the Halo Infinite flight that is happening next week. Now the big news that 343 announced is that Season 8 is the last season of the calendar year for Halo MCC. The original plan was for there to be 10 seasons coming to MCC this year, but that is just not feasible at this point. However, there is some confusion as far as the wording that was used in the blog post. So on the one hand, they say that Season 8's release later this fall will be their last official MCC update of this calendar year, but in the next paragraph they say that they have way more MCC work to do and support will continue post-launch of Halo Infinite. However, as a studio, they don't feel it's ideal to continue shipping seasonal updates for two different multiplayer titles at the same time. So starting next year, they're targeting pivoting away from their current seasonal model and cadence to instead focus on smaller MCC updates that can land when they're ready based on development status and when they can line up with the studio roadmap. Now, of course, these updates will continue to be free and they will also include the unreleased features and content that was supposed to come this year to MCC, as well as have a continued effort to improve the stability and tackle legacy fixes where possible. They also said that it wouldn't be MCC without a few surprises and that there is a lot of goodness to deliver in 2022 for the game. Now 343 acknowledged that this will bring up a lot of questions like what does this mean for challenges, seasonal points, the exchange, and other things like that we've become accustomed to with each season, and they said that they will detail the plans for the future of MCC early next year. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel and subscribe because I will be your one-stop shop for all the latest Halo Infinite news and updates, as well as whatever updates we'll be getting to Halo MCC. Now here is some of the content that you can expect to see when Season 8 launches later this fall. First of all being the weapon view model adjustments for all games, as well as Steam account linking, PC file share, a new and improved version of the custom game browser featuring support for Halo CE and Halo 3, as well as new filtering options and just quality of life improvements. There will also be additional accessibility support that is currently in testing, like new colorblind options, as well as expanded subtitle options that are currently in development. And I did a video on this showcasing all the Season 8 flight content in case you were wondering what these new accessibility options look like. There's also things like new campaign collectibles in Halo 3 and even campaign customization, allowing vehicle and weapon skins to be in the campaign, which could be making it into Season 8 as well. They didn't really mention it too much in the blog post. Now keep in mind, some of these things might not make it into the start of Season 8 or even into Season 8 at all. This is all subject to change. For example, the things like the post-game poses that was a part of the Season 8 flight for Halo CE and Halo 3 multiplayer matches. That one may be held back because the feature is not quite ready right now and it was pretty buggy in the flight. We of course have all the sick new customization options coming with Season 8 though. Now I did a very long and detailed showcase of all these new armor sets in Halo 3, the new helmets in Halo Reach, as well as all the new visors and backpacks in Halo 3, and not to mention the new weapon and vehicle skins coming to Season 8. That is all covered in that video. Card will be in the top right corner of your screen. I'd appreciate it if you checked it out because that one took a long time to make. Oh, and how could I forget? ODST Flood Firefight, along with per wave customization for ODST Firefight, which includes enemies like elites and sentinels. 343 also went on ahead and detailed some new quality of life and legacy fixes to the game that are expected to be launching with Season 8. First one being the Halo 4 Reclaimer lighting being adjusted on that mission, as well as improved stat tracking for Halo Reach Firefight. Halo 2 Classic lighting and cinematic fixes are also going to be included, Halo 2 friendly Zealot AI improvements, along with improved Halo 2 skull pickup queues and Halo 2 classic texture and bump map fixes that bring them closer to alignment with the original Xbox version of the game. And praise the gods that be, they found the missing son in Halo 2 Classic. So let's talk about modding and the future of that for Halo MCC, which is extremely important for the longevity of this collection. 343 is planning on shifting their approach to modding on Steam. So currently Halo 2 and Halo 3 are in testing, with Halo Reach and Halo 4 in active development for mod support. And the modding tools for those titles will be released within the corresponding Steam version of each game. So if you're interested in working on mods for MCC games other than CE, you'll need to own the title on Steam in order to access the tools and related source files. They are also working on having Steam Workshop support for mods as well, so that would be huge. Now the Game Pass for PC version of MCC will continue to support mods, and they will update the community on bringing those tools to the Game Pass for PC version in the future. The next thing that I want to talk about is maps getting added to MCC and the possibility for even more to be added to other games in the collection that aren't named Halo 3. Right now, 343 is currently focusing on what can be done in terms of improving the new maps like Icebox that's getting added with Season 8, the Turf remake from Halo Online, or Edge and Waterfall, improving those to have more game types within matchmaking. And one of the designers that they were interviewing for this blog post said that there are certainly some more maps that they'd like to bring into MCC, whether it's for Halo 3 or not. They have investigated a few different options, and they personally have a short list of some more maps that they'd like to bring if the opportunity presents itself. And the design director that was also being interviewed had something to add as well. He said that they're always thinking about what they could add to Halo MCC, and that list never seems to end. The team loves those games, and they hear our requests and feedback. The question is, if they wanted to add new content, which game do they add it to? They said that they hear some players out there are looking for more Halo 2 content, for example, and that it just ends with a ... Definitely a tease for Halo 2 to finally get some love. Hopefully H2A as well, because it desperately needs new customization options. I would take even more maps for that game as well. And vehicle and weapon skins would be sick for both Halo 2 Classic and H2A. I know a lot of people out there really want Halo Reach to have the support for vehicle and weapon skins as well, which brings me to the question that I want you guys to answer in the comments section down below. What would you like to see still be added into Halo MCC? I'm not talking about bug fixes or anything like that, just content. What would you guys like to see added? Dream scenarios, sound off below. And make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel, especially next week. We have the next Halo Infinite flight, in which I will be covering the crap out of it for you, giving you a bunch of new videos both here on YouTube and streaming on my Twitch at twitch.tv/thepatmangaming. Expect to see big team battle gameplay, our first look at vehicles in Halo Infinite and the vehicle destruction system, how that's going to work, a new map in Arena, I'm assuming it's going to be Behemoth, and also getting some actual objective gameplay in there as well. And it's all going to be PvP. There's even a new Academy training mode. I'll be showcasing all of that, especially the new changes that were added since the last flight to this new one. So I'll be covering all that for you guys on the channel, so stay tuned. Just want to thank all of you for the support on the channel. We're almost to the goal of 5,000 subs on YouTube before the launch of Halo Infinite, almost to my 1,000 followers on Twitch before Infinite, and very, very close on Twitter to 1,000 followers before Infinite as well. Had all these goals set in place, obviously would not be able to reach those without all of you, so thank you very much for that. And I'll also be covering the new Halo Infinite Rockstar promotion when we get more details on that. I'm gonna actually go out right now to go look for some in the wild, because I heard they're starting to appear at stores. I believe there's 5 different versions. Going to collect all 5 of those and showcase those in the video for you guys. But I hope to catch you on either a previous video of mine or a future video of mine. Until that time comes, I'm your boy Patman, and I'm out.